What is it?
Hello, welcome to The Essential Gamer. You're watching What Is It with me, Lee, and what it is Paradise Lost, a walking simulator with a bit of edge and alternative history involved. Yes, history I said then. History. So, it's an atmospheric game. It's a walking simulator with the sort of gameplay loops of something like Firewatch, or What Became of Edith Finch, Maquette, that sort of thing. Probably not as many puzzles in Paradise Lost as I expected from a game like this. Very much narrative heavy. Lots of audio, lots of cutscenes with flashbacks and things like that. Lots and lots of written text and lots of atmosphere. Really, really thick and heavy. It's based in an alternative history following World War II, I believe, where the Germans didn't necessarily lose, but they haven't won either. It's something else happened. It's very much involved in bunkers and travelling underground as you play as a young boy looking for someone from his past. I'm trying not to give away everything. And whilst Paradise Lost does look very nice, it's not without its issues, but we're going to get to them later on. For now, I am going to focus on the positives, because I am a positive person, as you all know very well. I always look for the good in everything. So, the good in Paradise Lost would be everything you see. The visuals are wonderful. I mean, graphically, it looks fantastic, the level designs are great, and the general aesthetic of everything that you're going to lay your eyeballs upon will very much please them, which is very good. There's so many vistas in this. I mean, I don't want to ruin everything for you, but there's a certain expectation with going into a bunker that Paradise Lost very much removes. Not too far into the game. It's got quite a slow burning beginning, but if you have the patience and an interest in the story, you will find lots and lots to divulge in here. From the sort of pseudo-historical German Nazi, I'd say memorabilia, but it's what's been left over. And it's these visuals in contrast to some of the other things that you'll see. It's a very unnerving and unsettling location to be in. And especially when you consider yourself as to being a young boy in character walking around said location. It's bloody creepy. So the main gameplay loop besides walking is solving some rudimentary puzzles. There's a few sort of choose your path moments, there's a few choose your dialogue moments, but generally you'll be pressing buttons. I don't like the physicality of the things that you have to do. Like, you have to hold R2 and then press a direction, and it feels like this has just been put in to slow down the pace of your progress, because it's not long. Paradise Lost, I think I did it in about 3.5 hours, completed it. I didn't look at everything, but I also didn't walk past everything, so it's not a long game. There's a lot of details if you want to go and find them, but you can rush through, unfortunately. But these little interactions do help slow down the pace, and they add some really good narrative in. The story does tell itself in an excellent way. I can say that about the game. Narratively, it is very well put together. There's not enough punch for me. There's not enough, let's say, peril. I like peril. Peril's a good word. Not enough peril. There's a lot of atmosphere and foreboding feelings, and there's a few moments where you think stuff might happen, but Paradise Lost never sort of delivers that. It gives the impression that it's going to be something, and then it's not quite. And then, like I said, there's a lot of sinister, foreboding feeling around, but there's no real bite to it in the end, unfortunately. And not to say I was disappointed when I finished the game, but the one of the 4 endings that I got, which was fine, although I know there's 3 other endings, did I really want to go back and do all the stuff again to get to them? I can change choices, there's different options to do on the way to keep it slightly varied, but I don't know if there is enough to make me play the entire thing again, because upon completion you have to start the game again. You cannot just reload the last checkpoint from anywhere and then do the last bit. You have to play the whole thing through again, and I don't know if there's enough variety in it for me to want to do a second playthrough. That's the only problem. What I did experience in my one playthrough was relatively enjoyable as far as this type of game goes. There wasn't any high octane moment. Well, there was one moment. I think it's about 3/4 of the way through. There is one solitary moment where for a split second you think your character could actually be in a bit of trouble. But that moment is so short and fleeting, you don't even really have enough time to panic. You just sort of go, oh, it's over. Okay, cool. Besides that, the level of puzzles, they're not overly challenging. The game itself is more of a visual experience with a narrative story plugged onto it, with a few things just to slow your pace down. There's a little bit of uncomfortable stuff in there, of course there is. The subject matter is not nice, and as you get deeper into it, it's really not nice, but it's quite a gentle game. So, this is a loading screen that I have sped up. It took a very long time, and this happens between every level. It's about 57 seconds long worth of loading, and that's not the only issue. There's numerous visual issues, lots of pop-up, lots of assets not appearing at the right time, frame rate drops. I'm playing on PS4 Pro, by the way. I had frame rate drops, I had stutters, I had freezing, so many things. Not quite Cyberpunk levels and not quite as constant, but when it does happen it's very, very noticeable. Like this freeze here, I mean, let's see how long it takes. Not a loading screen, just a freeze. Starting to get a bit uncomfortable, isn't it? Let's speed it up a bit. Just fast forward it at ×4 for a little while. Not too long, but just long enough to really show you how long this freeze was for. Okay, let's play it here. Oh, it's over. Okay. It's not good enough, guys, sorry. So Paradise Lost is a very capable story, told well in a very pleasing aesthetic environment. But its overall pace is quite slow, and that is not just in the storytelling but also in the physicality of walking, which makes it frustrating. The puzzles are not overly challenging or overly deep, and there really isn't any peril. I need some peril in my life, just a little bit of peril. But if you liked Firewatch and things like that, this could be up your street. As always, if this video has been any good to you, please do like and subscribe. Make sure you ring the notification bell so you're notified every time we bring out a new video, because they're all over the place now. We even do live streams. How about that? And if this video isn't any good to you, tell me why in the comments. I'll consider reading it and then head to the bunker.